Welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Like, share, and subscribe if you would. So, wow, Tesla had fun today. The market makers drove us up, and away. Let me pull up my candle chart here. Hopefully I can get it to work. And I think it's maybe going to work here. We'll find out shortly. And I think it might be working. Okay, so I pray that it's working. Okay, let's do Tesla here quick. Well, first off, I want to tell you what drove this thing up so unexpectedly. I was watching Bloomberg, and some Fed chairman guy or whatever came out and said that he thinks that we've seen our last rate increase. He was saying he don't think there's going to be another one, and that is extremely bullish. And so I think that's what drove us up where we're at currently. And don't worry about that. They'll come up with something to scare you next. So it will go the other way. But yeah, they were halfway up the ladder before they let us even know what the good news was. They probably won't be raising rates for a while. But in your near future, you have I'll do some stuff with these candles in a second here. I'll go through Tesla and SPY and QQQ and probably another one, but for right now, you've got October 18th, the earnings of Tesla is going to come out, and traditionally we edge upward in the market in Tesla up till earnings, and then it usually drops off. But they are expecting earnings to be not probably up to par. Who knows? You just but the debt ceiling thing in the middle of November, that's going to be an issue. The market doesn't like indecision. So, and they got rid of Speaker McCarthy, and their Republicans are fighting in Congress between themselves. We have no Speaker of the House. Not going to vote on one till next Wednesday, probably, if they can even pick one. There's a couple in the running. Jordan and Scalise, I think, are both trying to get the job. Hard to tell what will happen there, but it creates uncertainty, and the market doesn't like that. And so, and traditionally, October is a low point in the year after year in Tesla or any market. It's usually we get a downtime in October, but November and December is up. That's probably when we're going to see our 280 and beyond, very likely. Where we have substance, a good place to sell your shares, because that's where the market makers have sold in advance. Now, today it doesn't look like we're going to go down and take out that 230, but Grandpa still thinks we're going to go down and take out the 229, 230 area where the market makers bought in substance. And don't kid yourself. These guys are buying. When they brought this thing up to the 258.46 for a high, they were buying like they were insane down at 250. And they do an overall average, these guys. They got to get tens of billions of dollars, and so they it's just the game they play, and I still think we're going to see the 225 before we see the 280. That's just what Grandpa thinks. Is it going to be this week before we see 230? I just don't know. But I think we're going to go down there before we go up. But that's Grandpa's opinion. Okay, that's Grandpa's opinion. It's been my opinion since it was 278. If you look at my previous live streams, you'll hear me say it over and over and over. Doesn't mean it's right, but they took out 239. They're down to 234.54 is how far down they went and bought, and they are buying. They have long positions. They're shorting as little as possible, and they are buying. And they own from 263, 260 a lot, all the way down to 234.54. That's the area, and anything in that range, they're buying as much as they can get their hands on. The market makers are buying for the future, and when they do their future, it's going to be an upturn, because when they take it up, they're going to want to make some money with all their tons of long positions that they're acquiring. They have to acquire them over time. Okay, so let's play. Blinking is we got some blinking. They're buying at 248 area. Selling is virtually at a standstill. They're not. I don't see any shorting or selling by the market makers currently. I could have missed it. They were doing, to pull us up, they did a little bit at 302 early, just briefly, very briefly, but mostly 264.65 shorting times one. Keep in mind that's above 263 where they're buying. They're trying to do their shorting above where they did their buying, and they did that today as they pulled us up. They pulled us up with 264.65 times one, predominantly sometimes times two, and currently they are not blinking and selling anything that Grandpa can see of him out of range that's of importance. We're obviously coming down. They're starting to buy in the 247 range. And I'll try to keep an eye on it as we do our candles. Okay, so in the 5-minute chart and Tesla, we obviously have a sell signal, and she's going down right now. And the 15-minute chart in Tesla, we have a beautiful sell signal. Now, if you can see my mouse, which you should be able to, see the big green candle up here where it went up to 258.46? Then you have the engulfing, not engulfing, it's engulfed by the previous one. But what do you call these candles? Indecision. This is the indecision candle, but it doesn't matter. The body of this indecision candle fits into the previous candle. Okay, I'm trying to show you a sell signal, okay? And then the next candle is red. When you see that this next candle is red, that's your sign. Now, it's a 15-minute, so you know about the 10-minute mark that this thing is going to be red. So that way you can jump the gun. So you'd probably get in around 250. If you were going short here, you'd want to jump in around 257, 30 area, and you'd go short here, okay? Or if you were lucky enough to go short higher up, but you don't get the signal till here. You would have got a quicker signal in the 5 minute. But anyway, and then you just take the ride down. Now you never go out of the Japanese candles, these pretty beautiful Japanese candles. You never go out of them until you get a green candle. So you got 2 red candles. Until you see a green one, don't ever sell it, because let's go back over here. Pre-market, we did a reversal signal. Well, we actually did it way back here at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. You got the big candle. The next one is the body is smaller, fits into it. The next one on this green candle, when you knew that was a green candle at the 10-minute mark into the candle, that's your buy signal right there. You buy there, and you might have got out here on this spoof, okay, this little red bear flag. But if you rode her all the way up, you really made some money in this 15-minute chart. But technically, you're supposed to get out on your first red candle, so you would have made a little bit of money, and you'd have been out of the game, and they would have done their thing. Now here, they just didn't even give us another clear signal to buy it. We have 2 red engulfed candles, but there should be a smaller green one first. It's just not a clean signal, okay? Sorry. Okay, let's look at the 30-minute. All right, in the 30-minute, what do we got rocking and rolling? That's a little bit, but this one is way better signals. So at 4 a.m. in the morning, not that you can't trade till 7 anyway, but you can easily look at this. So here you have this red candle here is smaller. The body of it engulfs into it. The next green one engulfs into it. There's your buy signal. Okay. This one engulfs into it. This one does. And this one. And this one, you have your red indecision. Okay. That disregard indecision candles. Don't jump out on an indecision candle of your trade. So say you got in here for the worst case scenario on this candle at 246 air, you 246, you got potential to make $12 here today in the 30-minute chart if you wanted to trade candles in the 30-minute chart. It's easy as pie. Let's look at the hour. Hourly is beautiful, except for we don't have the red candle next to the red one. One of these candles would have been better if it was red, but we got 2 indecisions. They were borderline on red. And then we got our deal. So the sign isn't as good. By the time you get this candle, you're going to get in at a higher price, probably $247 before you actually bought it, but it's good for a $10 run. And up here we go up to the top in the hourly, and we're making this hourly candle here. What time is it? We're at 2 p.m. This candle, I think, is just starting. Yep, this big candle just ended at 2, and we're just seconds into this next candle. Now, this candle here is not, it's borderline on being engulfed, the body of it. Forget about the wick. It looks like it's engulfed. Pretty close. It's hard to tell for sure. But the hull, the moving average deal, still says in the hourly to keep buying. However, let's blink back over to the 30-minute. You can see that the 30 minutes already given you two red candles, and she's turning for us downward. 4-hour chart, we got two massive green candles and nothing to say different. There again, I don't have a clear buy signal in this 4-hour chart. I don't like the 4-hour chart because it's so often it doesn't want to give you a clear signal. That it's not that they're not pretty candles. It's just I oftentimes the hourly chart is probably the 15-minute, the 30-minute, and the hourly chart are probably what you want to try to trade unless you're going long term. Okay, so here we're looking at the daily. The daily has given us a reversal, but what I don't like about this this is a reversal. It's telling us we should buy, okay? But what Grandpa don't like about it is where it's located. We are located in the middle, okay? We're in the middle of the range. Here's the top of the range up here. Here's the bottom of the range down here. We're in the middle. And on a daily chart, same with a weekly, you don't want to be trading it and putting much stock in it in the middle of a range. It's just bad business, very bad business. Even in the hourly or the 15-minute or the 30-minute, your strongest signal is the one that's at the top or the bottom of the range. That's where you want to play your game and have the patience to let it come to you to get to that range, okay? Right now, we were at the top of the range at 258.46, and that's evidenced by about 10 red candles afterwards. And I'll go back to that again. So anyway, we're moving sideways in this daily, and this is a buy signal, okay? It is a buy signal. I just don't like it. Grandpa don't like it. And if you were trading this candle, you wouldn't make much today on it anyway. But here's your big red one, okay? This indecision is engulfed into it, and the next candle is green. That's all you need to have a buy signal. So when you know this candle's green, you would be buying if you were going to run with this bus, and you would have made money. You would have got in this candle at not too bad, around the 246 area, and you would have picked up $12 playing the daily even. So whether Grandpa likes it or not where it's at, you would have made money on it. So that's just the way it is. Oh, let's see, what do we got coming up? Let's look at the weekly. Grandpa just loves the weekly, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but we have a sell signal up here, strong one. This candle here, okay. We have the indecision candle that's engulfs back into this one. The body of this one fits in that one, and the next candle is red. And once you know that this weekly candle is red on Thursday, you could jump into this candle somewhere as high up as possible and go short. Okay, and she ran down here, and here's a buy signal. You have the big red candle, and you are engulfed. This candle here, the body of it is engulfed into the previous candle, and so is the next one, which is green, which really gives you a good signal. But you'd want to get in on this candle here. You probably get in at 240. And this thing took you up to 258, so that's $18. However, you wouldn't get out of this candle until you seen a red candle, and that's this one. So you would have probably got out around 256 area, and you would have probably got in at, like I said, well, that's fair amount of money, even in the weekly, just for a jag in the weekly. But the weekly can just bring you tremendous money. I mean, it's nothing to get I said one of my last ones, I said move 40 something. Well, it was 140 something. Let me try and make this. So here you have the 414.50. That's the high of Tesla. Here's your sell signal here. You got the big candle, and all these candles are engulfed all the way over to here, where it ran sideways for weeks and weeks and weeks, back and forth, up and down and all around. But from the top of this bus to the bottom of this bus is $310. Take that ride sometime. And we're going to see that going up in these things yet. You know, we down here, Crazy Grandpa had shares going long at 104 and was so dumb he sold them at 114 looking at smaller candles. I should have just looked at the daily and the weekly. I would at least got up to, $100 worth, made at least $100 instead of a whopping $12. Grandpa doesn't always do everything perfect. I'm telling you, but I'm getting smarter. Grandma's not too sure about that, but my grandchildren think Grandpa knows a lot. So anyway, that's the weekly, and the news, like I said, is they're saying that hey, I'm going to go back and we're going to look at the 5-minute in Tesla. It's more pronounced on my other screen where it's just half a screen. We're now, if you're short this, you never ever get out until you get your first green candle. Once you know it's going to be green, you got to wait till at least the 4-minute mark in the 5-minute candle to know it's going to be green. Okay, but when that baby's going to be green, there's your exit point in a 5-minute, and it holds true on all of them. Here in the 15, beautiful sell signal. If you're going down, you run with this until you get a green candle. Okay. Don't look all the way up. Green. Don't jump out of a Japanese candle until you get a different color. If you want to make money. Okay. If you don't want to make money, jump out early. 30-minute, beautiful, going down. This white line is still going up, but she should turn here not too long. In the 30, hourly, where are we at there now? we're what time is it? We're 10 minutes into this candle on the end. This one right here is only 10 minutes old. It's a baby candle. And we're not going to know if that thing's going to be green or red for until 45 minutes into the candle. So we got 35 minutes left on this hourly candle before we're going to know for sure what color it's going to be for sure. Otherwise, the hull is saying we're going up. Everything is saying we're going up. And until you see that this is a red candle, if this is a red candle, you can sell because this one's engulfed into that one. If this one's red, you can short it on the hourly. And once you short it, you stay with red going down until it changes to green. And if you do that, you're going to do well. Okay, so Grandpa sure talks a lot. Well, I'm trying. I want you to be able to understand candles like Grandpa does. Grandpa does weird candles, but it works for Grandpa. I'm telling you what. I originally had a prayer of... I wanted to supplement my Social Security, right? And so I said a prayer to the Lord, and I go, I would like to be able to get like $300 a month supplement. And in no time at all, it was $300 a day, trading crazy candles. And this is before I knew blinking. Now I don't make any money because all I do is talk on YouTube and watch blinking and and so I'm truthfully I don't spend haven't been spending a lot of time trading, paying attention to my own trades, what I should be doing. Okay, so now we're looking at SPY. Okay, SPY in the 5-minute chart. If you look where my mouse is down here early on when the news came out, the news probably came out around here, but here's your buy signal. You got the big red one, you have the indecision candle, the body of it fits into that one. This is your green one. The second you knew this thing was going to be green, you'd be buying. And you would not jump out on this indecision candle. Okay, don't bail out of your up positions. They want you to bail out. That's why they put this red one here. That's why they put these two red ones here. They're both indecision. They're hoping that you'll bail out and not get this last little bit of run. Okay, but if you took this ride, you'd have got in around here on this 5-minute candle, and you would have got in around, looks like 421 area, and you would have rode this thing up to 424 and made $3 on a 5-minute candle. That's pretty good. And here up at the top, you got the big candle. The one next to it is the body of it fits into the previous candle. See that? And then you have the red candle. And this first red candle is your sign. At the 4-minute mark, you'd know that's red. You wanna go short there then and sell, or at least you want to get out of your long positions in a hurry because it's going to go down. Okay, and so down she goes. Oh boy, it's down, and now here we're getting a signal that SPY is going to go back up in the 5-minute chart. Here you have the red candle, the one next to it's engulfed into it. The body of this indecision candle is engulfed into the next one, and you have a green candle, and this thing is going to be green. And so right now, at this price, if you want to just pick up $1 or two, you would be buying this candle as low down as you can, and of hopes that it continues. What's Grandpa think? Well, I could be wrong, but I think it's just going to be a little bull flag here, and I think we're going to continue down, but Grandpa could be wrong. Okay, let's look at the 15-minute in SPY. 15-minute in SPY, you have a sell signal here. You've got the big one. You got the indecision candle, and it's engulfed into it. And then you got the red. You sell on this red one as soon as you know at the 10-minute mark or 12-minute mark that this 15 minutes going to be red. You're bailing, so you're going short at, or at least you're getting out of your positions on this candle. Get out of your long, and you let it run down, and you don't exit this thing until you see a green candle. Is this going to be a green candle? Probably, but there you got to watch the clock. What's the clock say? The clock says 2:17. We're only 2 minutes into this candle. We gotta wait a while to find out what this candle's gonna do, because this candle is only 2 minutes old, and it'll blink. There, it was red, it was green, now it's green. You gotta wait until you know at least 10 minutes in a 15-minute candle to know what color it's actually gonna be. So don't jump out. If you're going short here, don't jump out prematurely, because I think I've made my point on that. Let's look at, this is going to be an hour video, live stream, the way Grandpa keeps carrying on. Here's your 30-minute. She's going down and nothing but down in the 30-minute. Oh, I got a text from my son saying that they're going to do alerts. I think it might be nationwide on your phones and on TV and everywhere else, some government alert. Maybe we're going to have trouble that we don't know about coming up, being they're upgrading their alert system. Who knows? Okay, so here, what are we in? The hourly chart in SPY. And I wish we had a green candle here next to this one. It's not a clean sell signal. Yeah, in this, it's a sell signal. It's just not clean. You got two. You're engulfed. You got two red engulfed. It's better if you have a green one engulfed somewhere in here. It don't need to be the first one. Maybe this third one will be engulfed and it'll be green and engulfed by this candle. It's very likely. And then a red candle. Then you got a stronger signal. What I don't like about this is we're getting in the hourly. We're see how high up that this part is up here. This is the top of the trend. Here's the bottom of the trend. Let's look at the 4-hour quick. 4 hours giving us a buy signal, but it's not a buy signal that Grandpa goes with, because it's not a clean buy signal. The 4-hour chart, it rarely gives me a signal like what I like to see. That's why I keep complaining about the 4-hour chart. Here's the daily in SPY. Oh, man. You could really take a ride down. You wouldn't have sold till it got to this green candle. Here's your sell signal, but it's dirty as sin. It's not a good sell signal. the last good sell signal we had that was truly good was way back over here. That I'm talking about. That would have been for this run right here. Here you had the buy signal going back up. This sell signal, I like it's a sell signal. It just, I wish I had a green candle to go with it. Then it's stronger. But regardless, and then they throw the green candle in just to get you to get out of your short position right here. See how nasty they are? And then they do the real dive down. The weekly would have probably saved you on that deal. Let's look at the weekly. Oh, the weekly. I got to make it smaller so you can see back far enough. Okay, the weekly is nothing but a sell signal. We're going to see our 225 or 200 maybe looking at this weekly. Every week it makes another candle. This candle doesn't even finish until Friday, this candle right here. But we're in a sell signal, and you're talking hundreds of dollars that this thing plays its game before it finishes out, so, or I know, in SPY, I'm always thinking about Tesla. Let's go over and, I think we'll do, let's QQQ, kind of, it's the ETF that sort of mirrors somewhat the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ affects the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. Tesla is in both of them, my understanding, and so it affects them, and they're affected by the other stocks to some degree also. So where these guys go, Tesla tends to go. Like we outperformed them, the market, I think, several days. So up here in QQQ, okay, we have a sell signal right here. Big green candle. Body of this one, forget about the wick up top. The wicks don't matter when it comes to a sell signal or a buy signal and engulfing candles. Well, let's go back down to the bottom where we should have been buying. Good clean buy signal is right here. You got your big red candle, you got the smaller indecision candle that's engulfed into it, and you got your green one. You jump in here in QQQ. What price are we at? 356.50 you would have got in at. You don't get out till you get a red candle, so you get out here at 358.70. Whatever that amounts to, I don't know. Grandpa can't add and subtract very well. So here we ran sideways, okay, for quite a while, but you have a clear sell signal here, and if you did it in the 5-minute chart, you'd make some money. So here's your big green candle. Here's your one that's engulfed. The body of it goes into it. The next candle is red. Once you know that candle's red at the 4-minute mark, you go short as high up as you possibly can. Maybe you luck out and get it up here. I don't know. But you go short and you wait, and you're going to get murdered because you go out on a green candle, which is right there. And so you're going to be lucky to break even on that 5-minute chart in reality. But here again, you have the big green candle. Okay, they ran sideways. It's a tough game when they're running sideways, believe me. Here's your next sell signal. You're engulfed. Okay, that's a sell signal. You got a red candle. You want to go short. Okay. Problem is, it retraces up. Okay. But if you just go with your signal and hang out, but you're supposed to sell on the green candle. Not on this one. That's indecision. But this big one, you're going to bail out. You're going to bail out, and you should bail out because it could keep going up. So they've wrecked two sell signals that you entered in. You're lucky to break even on either one of them at best if you're following the rules. And here they come with this garbage, and it's by the time you get here and know that it's a sell with the big candle, although you see two previous ones, they are good at what they do, these guys. So you miss half the ride. Is what happens to you. 15-minute is much cleaner. If you were on this 15-minute, you made money because here you got the big green candle. I'm talking if you're going short. Okay, well, let's go back down to the bottom. In the 15-minute, here you have your buy signal. This one engulfs into the previous one. The next one's green. You're buying down here at 352.50. And you would probably get out here because you got their bear flag kills you. That's why they make bear flags. So you end up making a couple bucks. Where if you could live through this bear flag, you could take the whole ride just about, at least up to there. But that's pre-market. We're talking pre-market. So, just prior to market, this is a buy signal. This candle is engulfed into that one, and this is red. We have a buy signal here, so we did have a buy signal in the 15-minute. If you were going by candles, and we could have took this ride. However, you would have had to live through this dip here, and you would have, by the rules, you would have sold here, and they would have. It's just nasty what they do to a guy. Just nasty. 30-minute, much better for buying. So here you buy down here. You got the big red candle. This one's engulfed. This one's engulfed. This is a buy signal. You buy here. You would have bought at 352, say 353. You would have got out on this red candle at 358. So you made $5 on the 30-minute chart. Much cleaner, much cleaner. The 30-minute and the hour is pretty clean. Here you have your buy signal down here. This one is engulfed into the bigger one to the left. This one is also, here's your buy signal. When you know this candle in the hourly at about the 45-minute mark is green, that's buy all day long, and you don't sell it till you get a red candle. And we don't even know for sure if this hourly is going to be red or green yet. We're 30 minutes into this red candle. We need 15 more minutes to know for sure if this is going to be. I think it's going to be red, but I don't know for sure. But if you're up substantially here, you might want to take your profit. There's never nothing wrong with taking profit, okay? I just for the fun of it, I'm going to check the weekly. The weekly, we got a sell signal right here, and it's clean in the weekly. This is big in QQQ. This signal right here is beautiful, and we have red going down. Now, if you did that, you don't exit until you get a green candle. Okay, and if it's an indecision candle, like there's an indecision candle, there's another one. Don't exit your position on indecision candles. So we have a tremendous, and it's at towards the top of the range. This is beautiful. I'm thinking about going to QQQ and going short. Oh boy, Grandpa's going short. So we're going to bounce back over to Tesla here and finish out. You know, it's really hard for Grandpa to watch the blinking when he's talking. Have you ever noticed that Grandpa talks a lot? Oh, has Grandpa been catching mice lately? You know Grandma's trapping constantly. She's a mouse catcher from way back. Okay, this Tesla is heading back up, going to try to make a new high. Is it going to be able to get past that 256.46? Or are they just going to bring us close and bring us back down? Grandpa don't know for sure what they're going to do. We have in the 5 minute, we have the buy signal. Here's your red candle, the little indecision candles engulfed, and you got a green one. Here's your signal right here to buy it again. Take the ride up. Here's, you know, that's the game we play. Let's look at the 15 minutes, see what we got in Tesla. Here you got your sell signal. Here you got your buy signal. I mean, that's quick. I mean, you're in and out if you're playing this game, you know, in the smaller time frames. So here's your buy signal again. You got the big red one. This one's engulfed into it, and you got a green candle. You buy the green candle, and away you go to the moon or Mars. Are we going to Mars? Okay, let's check the 30-minute in Tesla again. Grandpa likes to look at these pretty green candles. That's all. Let's do it. I think we're going to move. You know what? I know what Grandpa thinks. I think we're going to move sideways for a little bit. If I stop talking for a second, it's only because I'm looking at my blinking. Grandpa can't talk and look at blinking at the same time. So, what's pulling us up? They're not shorting. What they're doing is they're buying a little bit higher up. They were buying at 247. Oh, they are shorting. 262 is shorting times one a little bit. We're probably getting close to 262. That's probably why it's in the range. Forget that 262. So anyway, what they were doing is they were buying at 247 area. They switched it to 248 area, and then they switched it to the 249 area, buying. They kept buying at a little bit higher level, out away from the range, from the price point, and that them buying there, because they want to buy all they can, but they have to go back to them numbers to even though they commit to them once they do this, they have to go there to make them good. And we're going to see those numbers. We're going to see 225 before this is over. And Grandpa still thinks we're going to see 225 before we see 280 or even 275 for that matter. Okay, what was I talking about? 30-minute candle. We have a sell signal in the 30-minute candle, guys. This green candle here, Is it, how far are we into it? I got to figure that out. We're only 5 minutes into this candle. So we're still under a sell signal in the 30-minute until we can figure out what this candle is. If this candle is really going to be a big green one, that negates it. But otherwise, you're in a sell signal. The hourly, I think, will be a buy signal. Whew. Yep, we're still in a buy signal. Remember, you don't jump out of the hourly until you get a red candle. So that's if you're going strictly by that rule. If I rode this all the way up, I'd be selling as high up as I could get it and taking Grandpa's profit. But I could be wrong. But this candle doesn't finish for, how long? 24 minutes yet. Another 10 minutes, you'll know whether it's engulfed into it or not. It don't look like it's going to be. It looks like it's going to continue up in the hourly. I just don't know for sure yet. But when you see a red candle that you know is going to be red like 45 minutes into the candle on an hourly, you want to be at least that far in to know for sure. Once you know it's red and that it's not going to be an indecision candle, that's your other problem, then you get out of Dodge. Okay? So, hey, you know what? This was kind of fun. And Grandpa's going to say, you know, all good things are from the Lord. God bless you. And boy, did I talk a long time. 52 minutes. Oh, they're going to kill me. Now I'm really doing charts. I'm going to do some other charts too on different electric car makers and stuff as time goes along. God bless you, and I'll come in after the close sometime and give an update of what I think and what I see going on here in the future. Remember, buy where the market makers buy and sell where the market makers have sold, and you get that opportunity, and when you get it, take your opportunity. So, see you a little after 4. Bye-bye.